A snow-clearing machine rumbles along the Assiniboine River at the Forks in Winnipeg. Workers are trying to get the river ice ready for skating on New Year's Day. Skating on the rivers all winter is no longer a given, not even in Winnipeg. Last season, the trail was only open for 9 days.
So much of our identity is tied into the winter and it being cold.
Dave Pankow is responsible for operations at the Forks. He says his crews have learned to be more nimble when it comes to building the skating trail.
The days that we can get out on the ice, we have to be able to react to that quickly. And then when we have to get off quick, we have to be able to do that also.
This is not just an issue in Manitoba. In Ottawa, the Rideau Canal didn't open for skating at all in 2023, and the National Capital Commission is using lighter equipment to get on the canal earlier as a means of dealing with climate change. And in the Ontario town of Caledon, northwest of Toronto, a small body of water called Palgrave Pond isn't open for skating at all anymore. Ken Hunt maintained trails on this pond for decades before he was told earlier this month no one's allowed on anymore.
They were saying the ice was unsafe and nobody's checking the ice, this and that. Well, I said, I'm sorry, I've been doing this for 22 years now.
Hunt says the Toronto and Region Conservation Authority canceled an agreement with Caledon. But along with bureaucracy, there are safety concerns involved with skating on rivers and ponds. On Christmas Eve, a 58-year-old man drowned in a pond on his property in the Arm of St. Anne, southeast of Winnipeg, after his skid steer loader went through the ice. The leader of the dive team that recovered his body warns anyone heading onto a pond to check the ice conditions. Paul Mandel is vice president of the Hatterian Emergency Aquatic Response Team.
It can be different under the layer of snow that there is now. It can change from one day to another, especially with the milder weather.
Back at the Forks in Winnipeg, kids are skating on a rink up on dry land. On the river down below, the ice is thick enough to support people and machines. Dave Pankow says he couldn't imagine a Canada without outdoor skating.
It's just so ingrained in our psyche here.
Dave Phillips, a federal climatologist, says Canada has lost about 3 weeks of ice-making weather over the past 7 decades. Art Lekivas, CBC News, Winnipeg.